Hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Layla, and today I'm giving you a wrap-up of my finances for November 2023. I'm going to start with the financial goals that I set for the month. The first one was that I wanted to finish my 2024 Roth IRA sinking fund, and I'm happy to say I did complete that in November. So for a few months, I was working on saving specifically for my 2024 Roth IRA that did reach $7,000 in November, and that means I will be able to max out my Roth IRA on like the 1st of January if I wanted to. Well, after the markets open, of course. As of right now, that is the plan. So I'm so excited that I was able to complete that. Now I don't have to worry about my 2024 Roth IRA, and I've never been able to max it out the first thing in the new year. So that's going to be a first for me, which I find very exciting. That was a big one, and I am very glad I accomplished that. Second goal was to put at least $500 to my sabbatical sinking fund. Y'all know that I am preparing for a sabbatical or an entrepreneurial trial, as I'm calling it. And I knew that after finishing my Roth IRA savings, I wanted to move on to my sabbatical savings because that is now top priority moving forward. And I was able to achieve this goal as well. I will give you the specific amounts that I put into this account, as well as what's actually in that account now in just a moment. Up on the screen, you will see my spreadsheet, or a section of my spreadsheet documenting my income. So we're going to start there. First up would be my work income. This is my net earnings, and that was $4,051.74. For my full-time job, I am a Salesforce consultant. Business income, these are my gross earnings. That came to $3,202.95. Not too bad. I am glad to be over 3,000. I was hoping this would be higher for the month of November, but that is okay because I think I know that December and January will be higher, which is good. And reminder that these are my gross earnings, so I do have to, first of all, I have a lot of business expenses that I pay for, and then on top of that, I pay taxes on these earnings. So the bulk of it, I really don't keep. If you're interested in where all of this money comes from, I also film a video on that, my income reports, and that will be up on tomorrow, Saturday. Other income or extra income, these are also gross earnings. That came to $504.98. Pretty good month there, and this will also be in tomorrow's income report video, the breakdown of where all that comes from. So altogether, I was working with about $7,759, and then I did pull a little bit from my sinking funds, or I guess kind of a lot. It was $807. It was from two separate sinking funds, so I will explain to you where those were pulled from as I go through my actual spending. Okay, starting with this top section, the blue section I usually run through because these are my sinking funds. First up, taxes sinking fund, I budgeted $500. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. For November, it ended up being a little bit less just because I had a lot more in business expenses and I guess a little bit of a lower income. So that was $400 that I just set that aside, put that to savings so that I can pay my quarterly estimated taxes, and this one will be for January. Gift sinking fund, I budgeted $75. That was $75. Car/car maintenance, $100. Car insurance, $100. Beauty sinking fund, $75. And then my Roth IRA 2024 sinking fund, I budgeted $2,000. I thought I would have to do $2,000 to finish this out, but I ended up putting more to the savings account in October. So all that I had to save here was $1,734.29 to reach that 7K mark. And yeah, that's good because it allowed me to have more to put to my sabbatical sinking fund, basically. And then for my sabbatical sinking fund, I budgeted $500 because I wanted to do at least that much, but ended up setting aside $1,135.18. Super exciting. I actually haven't talked about a few of these transfers just because they happened more recently, so they will be in my next Transfer Tuesday video, but very excited to get this started. I am glad that it's already over $1,000. I thought I wouldn't be able to put this much in November, but this is a good start, and the goal in this sinking fund is $36K. I don't know if I'll get to that before I actually take my sabbatical, but as long as I can just save as much as I can. But overall, the goal is still $36K. For my brokerage account, I budgeted $100. I did invest $100 or contribute $100. I donated $100. House slash utilities, I budgeted $1,100, ended up being a little bit less, $1,092, and that's because our water bill always comes in a couple of days into the new month, so that was a little bit lower than we expected it to be. Household, I budgeted $100. I did go over budget here, but not horribly, so ended up spending $238.23, so obviously over $138 over budget. We did buy a Christmas tree, and my boyfriend and I split this, but this is our first time living in a home together, obviously our first Christmas in a home together, so we don't have a Christmas tree, and we bought a Christmas tree. It was about $200, like $210 with tax, so we split that in half. We also bought a cute little ornament, like a little house ornament, just to represent our first time having a house together for Christmas, and I am super happy that we bought it. At first I wasn't too sure if we should do that, because I was like, oh, maybe we should wait until after Christmas and get a tree for much less, but I am so glad we did, just because a Christmas tree is always really cozy, and in my apartment I never had a Christmas tree because it's like, where would I store it all year? It's a small apartment, you know? And yeah, I'm just super glad. It's beautiful, and it was a pretty good price. We went to Hobby Lobby, and I think it would probably be around the same price after Christmas anyway, or they could be sold out. So I am very happy with that purchase. And we didn't need to buy any other ornaments anyway. Like, I have so many unique and special ornaments from growing up. I have like, I don't know, probably 50 different ornaments just from growing up, and they're all different and cute, so didn't have to buy any of that stuff. Other things included here were for the house. Detergent, I actually have a subscription with Earthbreeze, and I guess I had 2 subscriptions set up, and I was like, oh no, I don't need it right now, so postpone it. But then I got a second email that I missed with the subscription for the detergent, so that did not get canceled. So I really didn't mean to order this, but now I have some more detergent. I do really like that brand, so Earthbreeze if you're interested in a more eco-friendly option. Did buy hangers because between myself and my boyfriend, we were both like short on hangers. He gave me actually some of his shirts. He was getting rid of some of his shirts that don't fit him anymore, and I like to wear like an oversized tee to the gym, so I prefer to hang them up just because I have like limited drawer space. So got some hangers from Amazon, and then purchased dish soap, trash bags, hand soap, sponges, and cleaner for the house as well. Next up, groceries. I budgeted $450. Oh, I didn't realize I went over. $469.20. That is okay. A big chunk of this was on like Thanksgiving food, because my sister and I, we host Thanksgiving. We cook all the food, and we always end up buying it all, so that is a big chunk of that. I know I bought some more expensive things as well. Like, I was buying extra things that I didn't need just in general throughout the month, but at least this isn't too bad. And y'all know I never really complain about going over budget on groceries. Like, it just is what it is. And honestly, groceries at this point are really expensive. Like, they just are. Food out, I budgeted $75, spent $35.50, so under budget by $39.50. This looks pretty good, but I did go out to eat more than what is shown here. I believe I've mentioned this before, but the company that I work at gives out gift cards. Like, we get these, like, it's called tacos. We have this reward system through our Slack community, and we can redeem those rewards for various things. Like, we can get they have like not prizes, but rewards that you can choose from, and one of those is an Uber Eats gift card, and that's what I always redeem my rewards for, because yeah, it's like a $25 gift card, so I had redeemed $50 worth of Uber Eats gift cards, and with that gift card I did order some food, so that's not accounted for here. I don't count that as like income or any sort of expense because it's a gift card. So gas for my car, I budgeted $60. That came to right under $58.53. I got gas twice. Health and beauty, budgeted $200. Went over a little bit. That was $260.91. That was on my medication. I got toothpaste. I went to the chiropractor. I bought some protein, some sleep gummies, and a face mask. For the dogs, I budgeted $200, and that was $200. Business, I budgeted $1,000. That ended up being a little bit more, $1,311.80. In my income report video tomorrow, I give a breakdown of all of my business expenses as well. Netflix is $23.48. The gym is $39.99. Car insurance, I budgeted 600, but that was a little bit too low. Unfortunately, Progressive didn't they didn't tell me what my premium would be until like, I don't know, 20 days before it was due or so. It was like within the month that I found out, or it was just not enough time for me to budget the accurate number. So that's fine. It did increase a little bit, like $100 since the last time I paid, but this is much cheaper than what I had previously. If I had stayed with Geico, it was like well over $800. So for now, we're chilling here. But this is where one of the sinking funds came into play. So I had $607 in my car insurance sinking fund, so I pulled the full $607 out of there to cover this. I forgot to mention the other $200. I pulled $200 out of my furniture sinking fund to cover the Christmas tree and just other household stuff. But yeah, in regards to my car insurance, this is also why I am increasing the amount that I put to my sinking fund each month to $115. So instead of this $100 that I've been doing, it's going to be $115, and then I should be good for at least a little bit since just insurance is going up. All right, personal. Y'all, I may have broken my low spend year, and by a lot, you know? It is what it is. I don't regret it. Okay, let me just show y'all. So I budgeted $20 for personal. I ended up spending $431.24, so well over budget here. This is not what I was expecting for November. I was like, I am not doing any Black Friday shopping, but I don't know. November was a little bit of a weird month for me, just like, not financially, just emotionally, I guess. And I feel like that kind of played a role in this, I'll be honest. I knew the reason I budgeted $20 was because I wanted to purchase a planner. I purchase a planner every year, and usually I can keep it under 20. This year, I decided to go with a custom planner. I've bought them before, and I absolutely love them. I purchased it while they were having their Black Friday sale. No regrets there. That was quite expensive itself, and that was going to be where it was at. But then there was a sale on books. It was like buy two, get one free. So I was like, I'm going to buy these books anyway. Why would I not buy them while they're on sale, you know? So I bought books. It was like $100-something worth of books. And then I bought Alphalete, some workout clothes, because that is literally like one of the only, for bottoms anyways, the shorts that Alphalete sells are what I wear to the gym. And I love them. I feel good in them. I like to work out in them. So I knew that I was going to buy them anyway in 2024. So why would I pay double in 2024 when I could get them for Black Friday? You know, like I wasn't going to wait until next Black Friday. I would have probably bought them in Q1 of 2024 and they would have been double the price. So I was like, okay. And then same with Skims. Y'all ask me fairly frequently where I buy my clothes from, and for the most part it is Hollister. Like this shirt right now that I'm wearing is Hollister, but the other clothes that I really love, the shirts especially, or that's really all I have from Skims, is Skims. The quality and the feel of those tops are just unbeatable. I've never found anything better. There was also the sale, the biannual sale, and I was gonna buy those things anyway, so I would have bought them for double the price in 2024. So yeah, I'm really sorry if that disappoints anybody. Personally, I don't have any regrets with what I purchased, and for me, that's really important, you know? Like if I felt bad about it or super guilty, then I think that's a problem, but I don't feel bad about it. I'm glad I got these things because I was going to buy them anyway, and it would have been more expensive in the new year. So yes, I broke my low spend year, but technically, if we look at the year as a whole, it's still low spend because I haven't bought anything else. I had spent up until this point like $80-something or $90-something on personal spending. I haven't bought shoes. I didn't buy any clothes, you know? So it's like I've been doing really good for the year as a whole, and I just happened to go a little bit of Black Friday shopping. So again, sorry if I disappointed anybody. I do like to be an example for y'all, but just know that I'm not going to be perfect 100% of the time, and it is okay to buy things, but obviously within your means. You don't want to go crazy, but just I don't want this to be like, oh, Layla spent money, so I can spend money, and that's what makes me feel bad. Like, because I ruined my low spend year, other people may feel like, oh, F it, I can do that too. And I don't ever want to be a bad influence on people. So, yeah, but that kind of just comes with what I share on the internet. All right, next two things are things I did not budget for. So that would be parking. That came to $48.60. So the first one ended up going to Stone Mountain with my family. This was completely unplanned. And whenever you go to Stone Mountain, it's either you can pay for a full year of parking for $40, or you can pay for 1 day of parking for $20. So I was like, whatever, just give me the year pass because I'll probably come back, and as long as you go twice or 3 times in the year, then it covers your what you paid for it. So I'll definitely go back. They sometimes every year they have a festival there too, like where you can shop people's small businesses and stuff. So I'll probably go to that next year, and it's fine. It is what it is. I can always go back there and hike up the mountain. And then the other piece was paying for parking at Ponce City Market or the Beltline here in Atlanta. That was $8.60. Next, gifts. These were very small gifts that I'm not going to mention just because it is for my mom and my sister for Christmas. We're not doing Christmas gifts. This is literally like it's a food item. All right. It's like a candy item. So I don't mind if they know that, but it came to $12.94. We are not exchanging gifts overall though, and I won't be buying any other gifts in addition to this, I don't think, but this is just a little something that we can all enjoy together when we spend time together on Christmas or whenever it is. Yeah, so that is it. Altogether, I spent over $8,700, but if we exclude my savings and investments, ended up spending $3,699, which overall is not too bad. Now we are on my yearly tracker, and we're going to look at my savings, investments, net worth, as well as my credit score. These first ones are going to be all of my savings accounts or my sinking funds on the final day of November after the interest has accrued in them. I use Marcus by Goldman Sachs, by the way. So for taxes, this is for my quarterly estimated payments. That was at $1,361.43. Emergency fund, that's growing nicely on its own, $12,233.88. Gifts, $535.56. Travel, I didn't add anything to, so that's just at $4.28. Car/car maintenance, $2,839.73. Car insurance, $2.44, because I did pull out that $607 to cover a little bit, or the bulk of my car insurance premium. Beauty, that went up to $226.80. Sabbatical, that's now at $1,150.77. Unfortunately, because the balance was so low for the bulk of the month, I didn't gain too much interest here. I think it was just at 77 cents. So I'm looking forward to this increasing slowly with time, just on its own from the interest growing. But yeah, I'll keep adding to this, and super happy that it's already over 1,000. House down payment, I didn't add anything to this, $102.75. Furniture/home, I took a little bit out of there, so that went down to $3,863.39. And then my 2024 Roth IRA jumped up to $7,026.83. I did get this to $7,000 even, so it gained about almost $27 in just interest. And then finally, my debt over at scholarship, I did not add anything to that, but it went up to $1,008.57, and I actually have pulled that out like as of today, as of December 1st, so that I can give the $1,000 to the winner, who I will be announcing in my next Transfer Tuesday video. I actually haven't chosen the winner yet, so I'll be choosing this weekend, and then we'll announce on Tuesday. Altogether, I have over $30,000 saved up across everything. Now let's go to investments, which were looking really good in November. I don't know what was going on, but I really try not to pay attention to these too much because at this point in my life, they don't matter. I would like my net worth to be higher, but it's honestly better for the market to be low, because then because I'm currently still buying, if I can buy at a lower price and then in the future it gets higher, like that's a better deal, But it's still exciting to see these numbers increasing. So for my Roth IRA, hasn't been doing too good for the last couple of months, but in November, it jumped up to $23,330.98. Obviously, I didn't add anything to this, but it went up about 9%, and this is all invested in VTSAX. My 401k, that jumped up 17%. Is that right? I guess so. That was $17,118.05. Something I was thinking about to do for December. Let me know y'all's thoughts, because I literally was just thinking about this yesterday, and that is that I will never get 2023 back again, you know? Like I won't be able to contribute to my 401k for 2023 ever again, except for my final 2 paychecks in December. And obviously, no matter what I do, unless I got like a significant pay increase, which obviously isn't going to happen right now, I would not be able to max out my 401k for 2023. But I was like, what if I just bump this up quite a bit? Like right now I'm doing a 10% contribution to my 401k, but I was like, what if I just do 50% of my paycheck in December? Because it's like I'm never getting the year back, so I won't ever be able to invest this money again. The only thing is that would take away from my sabbatical savings. I don't know. What do y'all think? Has anybody ever done that where you've like just stockpiled a bunch? Like I know I'll be able to afford everything. Like between my, if I get half of my paycheck, about half of my paycheck, and then I earn my side hustle income, my business income, and extra income, I should be fine to pay for everything. It's just going to be a loss for my sabbatical savings, really. So I'm really thinking about doing it. I don't know, at least one of my paychecks. But let me know y'all's opinion. M1 Finance, this is another brokerage account, or M1 Invest, $6,718.20. So this is up 9.4% compared to last month. And this one is all invested in VTI. And then my brokerage account, this is with my other brokerage account, this is with Vanguard. This is up 24.3%, all invested in VGT. That's at $1,137.67. And then finally, Coinbase. I didn't add anything to this. And usually when the market is doing well, like everything else, Coinbase is down, but this also was up to $525.22, which is up 10.5% compared to last month. And then altogether, I have almost $49,000 invested, almost at the 50,000 mark. I've been trying to reach that milestone. Like you can see, like I've been over 40 since June, but just having a hard time getting over 50. So I'm very excited. Maybe in December. Actually, if I do that 401k stuff, I'll definitely be able to get over 50K, and that would be nice. Overall, my investments were up 12.1% compared to last month. And then if we scroll down to my net worth, I'm at $79,524.34. A couple of things to call out here. This does include all of the numbers that I mentioned just now. The only exception is that I do not include my tax savings as part of my assets, because it's... Some people have asked like why I don't do that. The reason I don't is because somebody had called out like, why do you do that? Like I can't please anybody, you know? And I think it makes sense to exclude it, because technically when I have with my full-time job, I pay the taxes. Like I don't see that money. It's not set aside. It's just taken out, goes to the government, you know? So I just kind of consider that the same thing with my tax savings for my business. So I don't include that. I also don't include the value of my car. That is just personal preference. I just like to include the cash that I have and my investments. And then the number that is added into here is the final balance in my checking accounts on the final day of the month. So that's this down here at the bottom. I am so very close to 80K. I mean, I'm glad to be over 75K. I thought by the end of the year I would reach 75K at least, but I'm really excited to see that already in November. Things definitely could go down in December depending on the market, but I am hopeful that I'll get over 80K. So that's very exciting. I want it to be over 100K, but 80K is close to just as good. And here's what my net worth chart is looking like for 2023. Every month has been an increase. And I don't know if that's normal, but it has been for 2023. And then over here is my net worth chart for all of 2021 through November 2023. Final number on this sheet would be my credit score or my Vantage score. This is through Credit Karma, but also my FICO score seems to be about the same, and that is at 806. It did increase by 1 point compared to last month. I really don't know why. At this point, it's like, we don't know why it changed. It just did. So happy to be in the 800 club still, but also not really too worried about it. I don't have any revolving credit card debt or anything like that, so that's why it's been staying up there. And also, I had mentioned this before, but a couple of months ago or a few months ago, I paid off my student loans completely, and those are off of my credit. They fell off of my credit like, I don't know, over a month ago, and it didn't change my credit score at all. So, looking good. We are almost done, y'all. And the final thing I'm going to show you are my goals, my goal trackers for the year. This spreadsheet is available for purchase on my Etsy shop, by the way. That's always linked down below. There's actually a couple of more colors available. I just have them hidden. So there's more goals that you can track on the sheet that's available. So emergency fund, I've already reached this goal, but I'm still tracking it just because money keeps getting added to it because of the interest. In November, the interest gained was $51.61. So as y'all saw, my emergency fund is now at $12,244. I had a big goal of reaching a $100,000 or more net worth. That is not going to happen, but that is okay. Still tracking it, obviously. So for November, my net worth increased by a lot, $7,860.53. And as I just said, my net worth is about 79.5K now, about 20K short as of right now. And then maybe if I can get to like 82 or 83 by the end of the year, I'll be pretty close to 100K. And I know that, well, I'm pretty positive in Q1 of 2024, I'll reach a 100K net worth. And it honestly, it didn't take me that long from when I reached a positive net worth to get to 100K. It's not going to take as long as I expected it to. And yeah, that's pretty incredible to me. And I know that once I reach that 100K net worth, things are going to go a lot faster just because the more money you have invested, the more money you have saved, the more it's working for you and the less work I have to do. Obviously, I'm still going to save and invest, but then your money is making money for you, and it's just magical, you know? Next goal is to make over $100,000 income-wise, gross income-wise. I actually did already achieve this goal as of, was it last month? Yeah, last month. Very, very exciting. I've never made over 6 figures before, so this is new to me. Obviously, because another month passed, I am going beyond this goal even further. So in November, my gross income came to $9,587.93. Last time somebody mentioned that they were like, oh, I think you're counting your sinking funds in your gross earnings, and I'm not. Like, this is just my gross earnings from my full-time job, the gross earnings from my business, and from my extra income. So this does not include my, like, anything that I pull from my sinking funds. I'm not like double counting that, just to clarify. So altogether, I have made over $115,000, and then with one more month to go, I would expect this to be around 125K, which is incredible. The next goal is making over $30,000 from my business, which I've actually already achieved that as well. In November, I earned $3,202.95. So for the year, I have made over almost $39,000. So exceeded this by almost 9K. And I think for the year, I'll reach like a little bit under 45,000, maybe 42K or so. And that's obviously the most I've ever made from my business. So very, very happy. And then my final goal is to spend less than $50,000. And this is excluding my business investments or business expenses, as well as my savings and investments. So this is strictly just like spending. In November, y'all saw it was about $3,700, almost $3,700. So far I've spent $40,156, which is really good because I'm going to be under 50K. Yeah, that's so good. I didn't even really pay attention to this. This is really promising and exciting to see because this shows that if I'm able to stay under 50K, on my regular expenses, then I should be able to have like a lower income, and that means I can like take my sabbatical and be okay. Because I'm not spending too much money, this means that I'm putting a lot to savings and investments, and that I should also be able to live off of a little bit less if necessary. I know that was a lot, so thank you so much if you are still watching at this point in the video, but that was everything for the month of November. We have one more month left in the year, which is just insane, but I'm excited to finish the year strong, and then we can start 2024 off on the right foot. I think December is always the most exciting video month, like when I get to talk about goals and my plan for the following year. So stay tuned for all of those videos. I also am still accepting financial wins from 2023. So I recently announced that I want to make a video sharing all of your financial wins from 2023. So I will have that Google form in my description box. And in that form, you'll just have to put your name, where you live, and then any of the financial wins that you had for 2023 that you would like to share. And then I'm going to compile all of those and put them into a video. Or you can submit a video of yourself sharing your wins if you wanted to, and then email it to me. So yeah, lots of exciting content for December. Let me know if you have any questions or any video requests even. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. It really supports my channel, and I'll see you in my next one.